What is going on, YouTube-verse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited today to be talking to you about one of my favorite groups of all time, the Beastie Boys, and my personal favorite Top 5 songs of theirs. This was extremely hard to whittle down, but I think I did it, so let's get right to it. At number 5... Root Down from Ill Communication, the 1994 album, which is my personal favorite album of theirs. I almost put some instrumentals from this album. I could do a whole top 5 of just this record, honestly, but this one is just such a great dance groove. That bass riff is so killer, and of course, you know, them saying, how are we gonna kick it? Gonna kick it root down, whatever that means. I'm down with it, and it's just so fun. You know, their rhymes are always on point, but it's just, you know, when they yell "money making," it's like you got to yell it with them. And you know, just classic Beastie Boys. I think it's a gem that sometimes some would say is underrated, possibly, but that's at my number 5. So now at number 4. Fight for Your Right to Party from their debut album, License to Ill, from 1986, I believe. This is the song that started it all. I mean, come on, you gotta love it. And I almost didn't put it on my list because it's like just such an obvious choice, but I mean, it's a timeless classic. The guitar riffs are great, produced by Rick Rubin. I believe he actually played guitar on the track, along with Ad Rock. But one of the things I love about the Beastie Boys is even from the get-go, they played their own instruments and they continued to get better at their craft, not just at performing, but also just writing music, period. But this was a great place to start, and you know, it shows that they were just at the time kind of punk kids and had a long way to grow. But as far as debut singles goes, this was just one of the best from the 80s, and that's saying something. So now at number 3, Sure Shot, the opening track from Ill Communication, and one that I think is one of the greatest opening tracks of the 90s, period. You know, you get that little weird sound that sounds like a dog or something that's been slowed down, and then you get that flute loop. They were just the masters ever since really working with the Dust Brothers on Paul's Boutique of sampling other things, which I don't even know where this sample comes from, but that looping flute thing that just keeps running in the background, and the stand-up bass that's being performed on an actual bass going along with it is just fantastic. There's really nothing like. They got such a great sound that was almost like a throwback to the 70s kind of funky style on this album. And this is just a great opening track that sets the pace for what's to come as, I think, one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. And that's just number 3. So now at number 2, Sabotage. Gotta have this high on your list, and almost made my number 1 just because, I mean, it is iconic. That guitar riff that's so simplistic but so epic, and then of course Ad Rock coming in with those just screaming vocals throughout this song. Can't stand it, I know you planned it. Oh man, it is so great and so fun, but also so funky with the bass and the drums. I mean, they were at the top of their game performing. And then throwing in some extra percussion. Of course, one of the greatest music videos of all time, directed by the great Spike Jonze, who worked with the Beastie Boys on a lot of different projects. But oh my God, I love this song so much. And you know, on once again, Ill Communication, this to me is not a hip hop song at all. It is like a punk rock song being done through the Beastie Boys. You know, I guess they've always been a little bit punk rock since Fight for Your Right, but this, I think, takes it to another level, man. And yeah, not quite their best, but almost. So now at number 1... So What You Want from Check Your Head from 1992. This is not quite my favorite Beastie Boys album, but this is my favorite track by them. I just think it perfectly encapsulates everything to love about them. Their rhyming, all three of them, is just top notch, and just the sound of the drums are huge. Like, that they always love Zeppelin from the get-go. They sampled John Bonham's huge drums quite a bit on License to Ill that came before it. But on this album, man, they made their own drums sound huge. And this is really where they started falling in love with playing their own instruments. And they were playing their own guitars on here as well. And that riff is so cool, so simple, but that so great, man. And you gotta love kind of a chorus or refrain that's just musical, and then the verses speak for themselves. Again, the Beastie Boys kind of coining their own phrases here, like they did on Root Down. So what you want? Oh man, you got to love the Beastie Boys, and that's my top 5, guys. So let me know in the comments below what you think. What would your top 5 be? If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. Because as we know, they had so many great songs. I mean, I could have kept going throughout into the 2000s. They even had some great ones. But, long live the Beasties. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday. We have album reviews, so much more content here on Johnny Radio. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, and all that jazz. Thank you for watching. And as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.